G'day ladies and gentle tubers. Many of you have been asking how I get my double wok burners to cook at the right temperature and what sort of accessories I have. If you haven't seen the video on how I built these double wok burners, please click at the top right now and you'll be able to follow that link to watch the video. It's Friday evening and I'm going to cook up some tempura vegetables, prawns, fish and tofu. My friends who have come to visit are good and hungry. Please check out at the end of this video for the tempura recipe. But right now we're going to focus on what accessories I use with my wok burners and how I prepare a fire for different sorts of meals. Primarily, I have 22-inch woks. So here I have a 20-inch steamer. This is bamboo and it's a double layer and it's for steaming things like pork buns and steamed fish and other bits and pieces. I'm not going to be using this tonight, but this is the guy, and there's going to be links on where you can find one of these in the description below. On top of that, I've got a deep fry strainer to scoop out all of the tempura and serve it up so that I don't lose too much oil. Some large cooking utensils, a big ladle and a spatula. And 2 cedar wok lids I made myself. Again, the link is in the top right. So in here we've got quite a large cavity, and this is a very good space for creating fires. We've got through ventilation into the chimney, and we've got input ventilation through the door that's made on the side. Now, if you were going to make a soup or a stew or something like that in your woks, you would just light a wood fire in the bottom of the basin and pass wood in as you needed it to prolong the heating time. So in this scenario, I've been able to make a soup and have it cook for 4 or 5 hours just by feeding more timber into the burning area. However, when it comes to boiling and frying, you need a greater temperature and sometimes for a prolonged period of time. Now, if it is a prolonged period of time and you're expecting to continue cooking into the evening, I would strongly recommend using a wood fire and building it very, very big. So typically I would put in chopped firewood up and above the rim of the wok burner and let those coals settle in. Obviously, it's going to be great for frying when it's just gone below the rim, and better for steaming as it's dropped even further. However, some circumstances would require you to have a very fast, hot burning fire. For instance, if you are going to just do a deep fry cook up for finger foods for the evening, you probably want to have a very fast burning fire that you don't really need to feed firewood to. So in that circumstance, I use a completely different method. I get 2 fire bricks and place them in the bottom of the burning area with a clear path for air to flow through from the door and into the chimney stack. I then get a stainless steel fire basket. Again, these can be found on Amazon and I will leave a link in the description below. That is placed in the middle. So what we're trying to achieve here is we're getting lots of air in. We are elevating the coal bed by a couple of inches to get it closer to the bottom of the wok, and then we're going to use lump coal. Now it is important here to use lump coal and not briquettes. Briquettes don't burn as hot and they don't burn as long as charred coal. I use this Cowboy branded lump coal that's made from hickory and oak that can be found at my local hardware store, but I'm sure if you're a barbecuer you've probably got your preferred brand. And then I fill the basket. Please don't be concerned if there's a bit of spillover, because the fire's not on yet and you can Just pick it up and throw it on top. Finally, I use a mixture of tightly wound paper and some firelighters to get the briquettes lit. I find a MAP gas torch far more reliable to light a fire. So in short, there's lump coal for short, hot periods of cooking and wood fire for prolonged cooking, and where regulating the heat is super important. I hope this has given you a better understanding of how to use a wood-fired wok burner, and please let me know if you have any further questions. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content from Build, Grow, Play.